Hakeem from Azerbaijan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Shaykh.
Alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ahsanallahu ilaykum.
Wa alaykum.
My question is about Usul al-Sunnah of Imam Ahmad. In his Risala, rahimahullah, he mentions وَأَلَّا يُخَاصِمَ أَحَدًا وَلَا يُنَاظِرَهُ وَلَا يَتَعَلَّمَ الْجِدَالَ. No one should engage in arguments and disputes, nor should a person learn how to debate. And actually, across the whole book, he warns about debating about different topics. However, there is an ayah which confused me a bit from Surah Al-Nahl, وَجَادِلْهُمْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. And Shaykh Uthman al-Khamis hafidhahullah in his Sharh explains it as arguing for the sake of arguing, or just defending his point of view. But he himself is known for his great debates against Shia and the scholars, and many other Salaf and Khalaf also engaged in different disputes. So my question is, what is the line between forbidden disputes and allowed ones? Especially today when people go on live debating with each other, how to understand these words of Imam Ahmad rahimahullah correctly? Jazakumullah khairan.
Wa jazakum. Maybe this is way above my pay grade. I cannot say, because I did not read the book myself. But if I were to shoot from the hip, which I usually try to avoid, I would say that the debates that are prohibited in Islam are the debates of philosophy, debates which is not related to Quran and Sunnah. No one argues that. When I talk to someone and he says, yes, but Islam says so and so, and I refute him, and I quote him ayahs from the Quran or from the Sunnah to prove him wrong, nobody says that you're debating with them. I am arguing with them to prove Allah's religion and to prevail to it. This is different than philosophy, debates that are established to win, not to explain what is right and what is wrong. And Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, since a very long time, would say that debates and arguments with the people of innovation is not permissible. And especially if it's public, because so many times the outcome would not be in favor of Islam and the Muslims, not due to that the debater managed to win an argument, rather because he managed to pass the doubts and whispers of shaitan to the Muslims through such a debate. And one of the great debates that happened with Sheikh Ahmad Deedat and Jimmy Swaggart, where Sheikh Ahmad Deedat, may Allah have mercy on his soul, disseminated the arguments of Jimmy Swaggart. He completely bulldozed him because he was articulate, he was charismatic, he was, mashallah, beautiful in his arguments. A year later, a Palestinian missionary, I think by the name of Anis Sharoush, came and requested a debate, and Sheikh Ahmad Deedat agreed. It was like half an hour, then 20 minutes rebuttal, 20 minutes rebuttal. So when Anis Sharoush started, he, in his half an hour, bombarded Sheikh Ahmad Deedat with like 70 or 80 doubts and misconceptions about Islam. And 99.99% of it was all lies and fabrications. Any Muslim could refute it. The problem is, to refute one or two, you require half an hour, let alone the rest of the 80 or the 90 misconceptions. So when the Sheikh's turn came, he could not defend or refute all what was said. He managed to give a general refutation, but it wasn't enough. Me as a layman, as a Muslim, and I was, whoa, I didn't hear about this. Oh, they said this about Islam. They said this about the Quran. Is this true about the Sunnah? And I am now confused. This is how they work. Therefore, the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah said, don't open the door for them. Though you know how to refute it, You can do that, but don't do it publicly to avoid backfire. And so many times, a lot of the da'is were invited to the Oxford Club, I think, or whatever they call it, and they have a topic, and they open the floor for questions. And the floor, they're atheists or agnostics or disbelievers. They bombard the sheikh with questions and attacks about Islam. And the sheikh may succeed in refuting it, may fail, may not answer correctly, but you're doing it publicly. So what's the benefit? Personally, I would not attend such gatherings where Islam is being attacked. I would never ever give them a platform to do so. And therefore, this is what Allah knows best Imam Ahmad is referring to. But when there is something needed to be refuted on live TV or in a place where I am put on the spot, yes, I have to defend Islam and I have to argue and debate it, but not to choose it willingly and go and attend, because the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, "Man sami'a an ad-dajjali falyan'a anhu." Whoever hears about the Dajjal coming out, he should flee and go as far as possible, because Allah sends with the Dajjal these misconceptions and doubts and things that are supernatural that may confuse you and shake your iman, and Allah knows best.